Big shout out to AJ's birthday. You better believe it is. Happy birthday, Mucker. Welcome back to Kobe's Koi. Been waiting for these for a long while. I'm going to bring me over out here. It only reaches to about there. Then I had to put the pipes all the way down the garden. And it pushes the pipe over there and breaks the plants on that corner. So I've been waiting for a couple of bends. So I'll put the bend round. So I'm going to see which way I can get these sorted to make it easier and not damage my plants. I'll set it up first, then we'll have a look. Again, you can see I've kinked the pipe down so it ain't as bad as what it normally is. Normally it goes straight the way through the corner of them flowers. I've tried to push it out a bit farther. So with these bends now off there, if I can put that there and bring it away from the flower bed, I'll change it the way around. The only problem I've got is you've got a collar there, a wider collar there which slips on, which it goes on that direction on this one. When I'm doing the one for Mason's tank, the pipe pushes inside that one, so I had to turn the pipes the opposite way around, and that's a bit of a ball ache because you can see the length of the garden. But these bends I'm going to change this stuff so easy, make life better. Garden's a mess again. Just cleaning the filter, ready to flush it. You've probably seen this 1,000 times before. I'm setting the pipe work, I'm going to clean the green one out at the same time. Catch it in a bit. Ooh. So you got the bends I thought you'd had. Bosh, that'll do for me. I'm going to get it to death now, lifting the lid off that green filter. Finished cleaning all the filters out. A bit groggy, need a drink. Had some polycarb off my Dave, so I'm going to try and fill that in as best I can. A lot of cutting and sanding. Take it over and see what I've got up to. Bit of that angle flash in there. Just trim that off. Cut 2 pieces out. Tied to it ready. And going off to do one big piece, so sorry about the camera work. Try and get that up here. Lock it in. So that wind's picking up, keeps blowing it out. Blowing it out the hole, couldn't bone, blowing it out the hole quicker than not screw it. Bit of off cuts. Spare bit of angle, I've just chopped the part of the angle off. Lovely chubbly. Scrag, jobs of fish. Mandingos, twats. Looks like we're having a bit of rain. Got that done just in time. Last thing for me today, I've removed the lid. Every time I try and net them to treat them, the plastic tube that's held the lid up, it's just a pain. So I've removed that now. Just got to find somewhere to put it. The little dog used to hang up in the middle of the outside, but I can't get it there now, so just for now I've put in there. And his last 2 mugs I've put them here. No more down there sulking for some reason, maybe because I've been trying to pull them screws out. I put that air pump on them 4 pads there, look, and you can still hear it making a racket. And the other part, it's on a piece of insulation foam. Just go stop making a noise. When she bought the cover, the baby's pool, I've had it on when it was hot, it fitted on lovely. Now it's gone cold, yeah, I think it'll stop on. I've just lobbed it over there out there, Howard. Fill the air, fill the rain in the air. spent half an hour cleaning all these up this morning, getting them all out these tubs. The wind's starting to blow hooly, you can probably hear it on my phone. Look at the state of it already. Absolutely everywhere. Beautiful flower though, look at that. I've got that one there with that colour. And it's just absolutely full of bud. And I've got another one, same tree as that, but for some reason that has full sun, that one does. I've got another one here, still a beautiful flower. And this one's in the soil. And probably because it's shaded by this. Have we got any of these that I'm open? Look at the colour of that. You can see that it's full of bud. Oh, no bud's coming out, look. It's been a busy old day. It's about 5 o'clock. I have sat down, well I had to anyway now. Sat down, had a cup of tea. Said to the missus, looks like it's going to rain, so I'm going to go out and check up everything away. I know you can't help it with some stuff, but I hate stuff lying about, getting soaking wet. Especially when I go to take it to the tip. I put it in my mouth when it's wet. It's just me. And you leave it out too long, you get all the creepy crawlers in it, don't you? See what I get up to next then. Okay. I'm not happy with these at all. Them all swimming about, them all feeding. What I've noticed is, when you got a fish that's got the skin coming off, and some of them do look really bad. And some of them starting to white over like I have said in a previous video. But I'm not happy with how them developing. Some look worse than others. The one that Mason picked, he's got it down both sides. It tells him as dark red, I've mentioned that before. And what I have noticed is, when you've got a fish that's got skin, that seems to be hanging off the body, I don't know whether you just catch that there, that's Mason's fish that is. You get the other fish, almost look like them sucking the skin, whether them trying to help them by peeling the bad skin off, I don't know, or whether them just greedy and then trying to eat the skin, or the flesh. I'm not happy at all. Now, if you look back on my videos, if you follow me since I've started doing this, you'll know that I've done this before. I'm going to attempt to put a fish to sleep. I'm going to start with the small fish. I have done this for a long time. Totally different containers, different amounts. There's no fixed amount that you can put in water as I know to. I'm just going to use shallow water, less treatment. I'm going to attempt to put the fish to sleep and show you how I treat it. Now, like I said, if you get back a few years back, I lost Goldie, my biggest fish, and I was absolutely devastated. I treated him over a period of time, healed up absolutely beautiful. And most of my messages were saying, cull it, it's ain't gonna happen. And I proved them all wrong. Sadly, I put it to sleep because people was asking to show them how it had healed up and what sex the fish was. No different to any other time. I put him to sleep and he was a large fish. I put him to sleep, showed the skin was absolutely perfect, you couldn't see no wound at all whatsoever, pure white, beautiful. Turn it over, he was a male. Put it back in the pond exactly as I've done it time and time again. That koi never come around. I left him in there for well over an hour. He just never come round. And I put a smaller koi in the same sedative to put him to sleep. Checked that one over, done a scrape on it, put that back in the pond, and it was fine. And like Pete and Dave and Glenn and people who know me says, must have been that fish's time. And I was absolutely devastated because every third day I was taking that fish out and treating that fish. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get one fish out, try more dosage in the water, and I'll show you what I'm using
this is not an how-to video. You could try and do this and it will not work. This is how I'm doing it because I've had experience doing it before. You can get them paramedic kit. Same things they use on Goldie. You got chemicals to seal the wound seal, as you can see there. Top coat, so that's the same thing, just a different brand, I think. Then you got the clean to clean the wound. If you notice, I've got the clear spray bottle. That's what's in that to clean the wound. That's another cleaner, skin cleaner. Now, you've got to watch with stuff like this because it stains like holy hell. You can see like the stains on that bottle there. So I'm going to get myself some rubber gloves on. I'm going to try and set up. Make myself a little bit of a table. Old t-shirt, cutting off, soft cloth. That's got to be soaked in the water out the pond itself. I've got a tank there. That's where I'm going to put the water in and put the fish in and wait for the fish to get asleep. The way I've done it in the past is you've got to keep an eye on the fish when it's in the sedative to make them sleep. You've got to keep an eye on them because if you leave them too long, it's the same stuff I use to cull them when them beyond helping. That's what I use on an higher dosage. And it takes something I suppose you want to watch. If you don't like this sort of thing, switch off. I'm going to show you the wound on the fish. I'll show you how I'm going to do it. Wet rag, that's to lie the fish on when it's asleep. Paper towel. Some people might disagree with this is what I've done before. Thin paper towel. I'll dab that on the wound. You'll see as I go along. I'll dab that on the wound to get the moisture out of the wound itself, to dry it up. Simply because I don't want to put, if the fish is wet, which it will be, and you put the chemical on, it's diluting it. So I find by just dabbing the wounded area, putting the cleaner on, leave it for 30 seconds to a minute, dab it again to get that off, then put the medicine type of thing on it, so the antibacterial. Am I going to seal it or not? The sealer, you put it on when it's wet, because when it's wet it helps the sealer go off, and that goes like a white, well, some of it goes like almost like a white skin over it, and it seals the medication to the fish. So I'm going to get some water in this tank. How I'm going to set this up, I ain't got a clue. It takes something you can mess about with. Filming always takes twice as long as what you need. Sometimes when you're dealing with these fish, them jumping about. Before when I had Goldie, I used an unlucky mat which I use when I go fishing, which is most fishes now you have to have one. The one that I've got now, obviously, it's hard, they need the thicker. Some use what they call a crib, so the fish can't bounce about on the bank. It's got pads round, almost like a child's crib, that's why it's called it. I ain't got one of them yet. I don't catch fish that big anyway, wherever you go. But I've still got, people moaning about the mat that I bought. It was just a cheap old thing, don't know how different what it is. That's to stop the fish bouncing about on the grass, causing more harm. So I'm trying my best to do what I can with what I've got. Same with the lid. I ain't got a table, it's a bit ribby. I normally use a towel for that, to put the fish on. It's a bit thicker, a bit more cushy. It'll lie on there, it will flop about a little bit. Like I says, I'll cover the eye, the face like that. The cloth will be wet, and then I can treat the fish, turn it over and treat it if it needs the other side. We'll get some water in that tank, get the fish out, get this camera set up, and hopefully I'll show you how I'm going to go about it. Gloves ready. That is what I used to use before, koi carm. That's what you should use, put your fish to sleep. I'm going to be using something different, and I can tell you what it is. That cloth's there now, that's been soaked in water. This is the first fish. If you don't like this sort of thing, turn off or... So I'm trying to film this while it's on the tripod. This one ain't too bad, but you can see how it's flared up, look. It's going white, that's always a good sign. And you can also see it on this side. I've got no sedative in at the moment, a little bit on the side there. but here's the first one I'm going to try. You can see how it's sticking out a lot more there. But so I'm going to get some sedative in that now and get him to sleep. And we'll go from there. Sod's law. I've been trying to set all this up for the last hour. The sun's broke through, right where it's just gone behind the cloud again now, so hopefully it'll stay like that. I've got the fish in the water at the moment. I have put the sedative in. You can see that sore on it now, how it's bulging. Even his eyes look like them popping. That will heal itself. I've got this paper towel here. Not too sure whether it'll break up when it's wet. So I've got these. This is what I used before. But I'm going to try, as soon as you get water on that, it might all break up. I don't want that to happen, so I've got these on standby. Just let them have a little swim about. I'm not putting a lot of sedative in there at the moment, to see what happens. I'll leave him swim about till he goes to sleep. I'll show you when he's dropping off, so you know what it looks like. As you can see, I'll put an air stone in there. You can actually see the fish starting to slow down. It's a long, slow process. It's now just throwing more and more sedative in, because you can knock them out completely and then they will recover. You have to see the fish slowing down more and more, then it'll start killing over on its side. And when it's on its side, then it's more or less time to treat him. Slowing down a lot more now. You can see him on his side. You can see the wound more as well now. It's just about timing it just right. If you leave it in too long, then the fish will come back through it. I've got my pan net ready. Just enough, you know, I'm using just enough just to stop it jumping about when I'm treating. That's all it's for. There you go, you can see him well on its side. Not nice to see, but this is what you've got to do to treat him. There you go. And get him out now. I've got him out. Drop over. Trust the sun to come out cleaner. A little bit on its tail, I've noticed. That's soaking the wound a little bit. You haven't got to be wary of them flopping about against the cloth. See if we soon go. Good treat. Sorry to come it up, I'm just trying to stop it from jumping about. Do it this way, you can massage it in and make sure it stays in there that little bit longer. You can see what I've got here, this is wound seal. And then it's the water, seal that medication in. I'm going to put them over now on the other side. That's a good sign, because that means it's sedative's wearing back off, so nothing to be worried about. And you can actually see what I'm doing there, massaging the cleaner in. clean paper towel for that wound. Clean it. Move it south just a little bit. Again, rub that in. Maybe I've actually picking this up at all. Just got to try and get it done as quick as possible. See it again. Good sun is trying to come round already. I don't know how much of that you've seen. Yeah, I like this sort of thing, look alright. See if I can see him now. I'll put him back a little. Normally, I'll keep him in the net and keep the net in the water. But as you can see, he's gone down straight away. I'm just going to stop this video now and I'm going to check, see what you can see of what I've done there. Gone all technical. Sorry about the sound effects, it's had the best mic, you know where I've had more stuff from. And fish is back in. Actually swimming about. Only don't want to get the next fish out there, get that in, and what I'll do, you caught it very good on the last video, so just for you, I want to get another fish and treat that one. Fish number 2. Let's see, I'm excited here. Oops, sorry about the camera, I'll go on the tripod, I'm trying not to knock it into everything, you can see the side. Looks worse than what it is in the water. Again, always look like them bulging slightly. I've had that before. You know, that's because there's a lot of salt in there, or it's just on the drops in normally. That could be all the stress I'm going through. I'll leave him in there now, let him nod off, and we'll treat him. Got the fish out. If it starts flopping about too much, then obviously the sedative won't work properly. They can actually see the sores on that one. Clean that. You can actually see the middle of that where it's actually healed. It's the outer side, the outer part of the wound that's swollen. Again, seal it over the top. Leave them just a couple of minutes, just well, a minute. And check to the side. Oh, that's how you can tell the sedative's wearing off already, that, which is a good sign. A little bit on his fin. A little dab of that on there. Massage it just in case to the side. Pan net. As soon as he's hit the tank in the water, he's gone straight there. I'll keep getting my gloves catched in the bracket to hold the camera. Still see him swimming on the side a little bit there, look, floating a little bit. upside down there. I'll keep an eye on him. He should be alright because he was coming round on the cloth. Get some oxygen, he'll be okay, no doubt. That's the risk you take when you do this. You probably should have saw on his side now how big it is. I've been treating these now for probably 5 weeks. Salt 0.65. Somebody sent me a message on my video saying put it to 7.5, 0.75 I think it was. I've let the salt come down a little bit because dosing, it sounds sappy, dosing be healing quick enough, if that makes sense. I don't know whether the salt is aggravating it more. I'm not really sure. But I have been happy with the way these fish are progressing. You can see where parts of them I'm healing, but other parts are still infected. So by getting them out this way, I can treat them a lot better. Let's crack on with the next one. Fish number 3. Towards its tail end. Where's it gone with these? Not too bad, that one. Sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to look at the fish and film at the same time. A lot of redness in it. A lot. The reason I'm doing this is when I've got them in the net, in the tank itself, obviously the wound's soaking wet and you spray the stuff on. That dilutes it. And then you're putting the fish directly back in the water, which is basically washing it off. This is why I've gone to this extreme. Get your heads out, carpet, chatting bubbles. They've put him to sleep and treating him. He's ready to go already. Up. Give him with a couple of seconds. This is the one I'm worried about the mouse. This is one Mason picked. I've got him in the net at the moment. He cleared up lovely. And he's just come back with a vengeance up at that side. This is the reason why I'm treating him this way now. So I'll get him in the sedative now, get him to sleep. The other fish, he's stood a little bit upside down. He's right down the bottom there now, sulking. Let's have a look at it. It's just like us when we come out of anaesthetic. You can see all the fish now all swimming about, so them all okay. There's Mason, as you can see, quite a lot down that side. Just a little bit down that side, and that's the fish that Mason picked for keeping the big pool. Scales and rays, but you can see, I didn't catch on camera how white it is, which is healing. Again, I'd rather get him out here, put him to sleep, so I can get some proper treatment on him, but he's healing up lovely. Hopefully with this one, and sealing it, they'll pull through a bit. He's got shoulders on him here, look. Cracking fish there is. No good filming every single fish, because once you've seen the one, as you can see, he's giving off already, look. Tilting over. You've got to time it just right. In the past, I've had them, I've never done it like this before, I've had them in the garden on the grass, but I've had them flip off the unlucky mat as I used, which upset one of the viewers, but it is what it is. This particular fish keeps catching his fin. You can see it at the bottom there, a little bit of redness in it. But I hate using that landing net really, that's all I've got. You can see he's not enough already, leave him a little bit longer. I don't see him coming round while he's on the table and injure himself anymore. You can see how bad that is, but you can tell, you can see it there, it looks really red on the camera. You can see the white in it. The white is, like I've said before, it's untealing. There's this little bit of redness on his. Ain't nothing there that's catched on that side as well. You can see how white it is. I'm going to get him out to treat him anyway. So I've treated this one. Maybe you can actually see him there. Actually, that wound on that's really, really bad. I don't know why you can see that. I'm looking at the back of the phone. I don't want to put him in my landing net because he catches your eye nothing on it. See him sink to the bottom. They'll come round. His tail's moving. It's a good sign as well. See how much of that you've catched. Sorry about the camera working here. I'm climbing over air pipes and baskets and everything. Any side down there. I'm sure there's one more or two more, so I'm going to crack on now, finish these off, so I don't settle down. Maybe I'll pick up what I'm doing here. Notice my camera down falling. I'm just moving it round slowly, gathering them together. It's hard to tell which ones I've done and which ones I ate, because they're more similar coloured fish. So I'm just moving it round slowly, turning from one side to another. So I can just check, see what they look like. Mason's fish is now upright, even though he's sitting on the bottom. The other fish I've done, I'm swinging about now, thankfully. It's crazy really, because that sealer I've put on, when the water hits it, it goes white like a skin, and that's what seals the wound. I don't think get sure I'm doing here really, I'm just thankfully all the collaterals, them all beautiful, them man. And most of the sanctuaries really. Right, I'm going to leave them alone. Just before I've got to be honest with you, I've been dreading doing it. It's been a long time, it's been quite a few years ago. Tried to move the mic so I'll get a better sound. It's only a cheap one from Team, other shops are available. It breaks the treat really for what I think it was £2, I think, board day one. Well, I've been dreading, like I said, I've been really dreading doing this because you can go pear shaped so quickly. There's a single fish in there floating about now, them all swimming about. It takes so long, even more when you're filming. Mason's fish. There he is there, look, swimming about. It's getting the timing just right. You leave them too long and they've gone past return. They'll never recover. And sometimes you do it a bit too quick and they do flip about. So if they flip about, depends how strong it is. You can either put them back in the sanative, leave them a little bit longer, or take the risk, depending on how big the infection is, and treat them. You can see them swimming about now as normal. Oh, I've just disconnected the mic. See if it works. So, something different. Like I said, I've been petrified. It can go one way or another. Thankfully, it's worked okay today. I've said this before. The thing I hate about doing this is bringing the net over the top of the fry. That water's going to their water, and that ain't no good at all. But you can see I've just got no room at all. People have said, why they're putting in Mason's pool. It's a water shortage for a starter. And taking them out there directly into that water, which is colder. The temperatures have dropped a lot, warming up again a little bit today. Yeah, you can see that on there. You can see the sun starting to come back out again. 20 degrees in that one. 23 degrees in that one. I wonder what happened to all the fish then. They'd all disappeared. Oops. For some reason I'm all over that corner. That's strange, they don't normally. Obviously spooked and moving the fish about. We'll have to look out for next week and see how these fish have developed. I'm going to leave them like that now. Check my salt. 5.5, 6.5, no point. If you enjoyed the video, please share it. Subscribe if you don't mind, and as always folks, don't forget to polish our thumb. You know you want to. Until next time.